Hello, Jonathan at Tailored Exteriors. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time, I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. But at the end of the video, you want to hear more information, we'll just talk some more, or you can ask me any question you want, and I'll give you an answer regarding your site or any other digital marketing or whatnot. So we'll talk about 3 things today, and that's going to be content, citations, and backlinks. So first thing we'll talk about is content. I'm on your homepage and I'm just looking to see about how many words of content. It can be a mixture of, just actual written words. Also, it can be the pictures, depending on how they're saved as well. That all really counts as content. Google recommends having about 1,500 to 2,000 words. The reason that they want so much is that the more you have, they feel like you're offering a lot of information online, and they're actually going to rank you higher for that because you're essentially helping other people out, providing a service, which is information. And so you obviously do not have that much content on your page, at least not close to the 1,500, 2,000. So let's jump over to JCB Roofing, one of the competitors, and we're just going to kind of compare back and forth. They are one of the top ones in the area, so that's kind of why we're comparing them, because the whole point would be obviously to beat them in the main 3 things that we're going to talk about today. They also don't have anything close to the 1,500 or 2,000. One thing they do have, though, that you don't have is a blog. And if you don't have the words of content on your homepage, blogs also are a service that essentially tell people information and help them. So Google will rank you higher for that as well. So you don't necessarily need to have a blog. Having the content on your page, having more of that would help you as well. And the other great thing about having more content is the more content on your page, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into that content. So I put in roofing, Savannah, Georgia as an example here. It's what a new customer would search. It also has good volume attached to it. That's why I used it. First thing they would see would be ads. Second thing would be this map section, also called GMB or Google My Business. What you're going to find here is the top 3 companies just based on citations will show up here in this little preview window. And like I said, these are based on citations, and that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, even Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Those are all citation sites as well. So if you have an account for those, if you just link everything exactly, you can't have any extra spaces or anything different. It has to be the exact same way your name's written, address and phone number, nothing different. Then they'll all link together. Those will point back here and give you another citation. And if you don't have those, I'd recommend making a page for those. And even if you just put a couple posts in it and make it look like you're using it, at least somewhat, put some effort into it, then that would count. After that, we're going to find our organic section. This is where we start to see results come in. Based on our key phrase, roofing, Savannah, Georgia, number 1 is going to go to JCB Roofing. 2 is going to go to the best roofing company in Savannah, which is South Shore Roof. And 3 is going to go to the Better Business Bureau. So this is all based on content and keywords as well as backlinks. So what we're going to do next is talk a little bit about backlinks. We've talked about content already. We've talked about citations as well with the map section. So let's talk about backlinks. So I've taken your website, tailoredroofs.com, put it into a program I use called Ahrefs. This just allows me to kind of analyze your site, see how it's doing. I see you guys don't have any headers on your page. If you did, they'd be in bold here. So let's just jump into the referring domains and backlinks. So these really work together. And referring domains are just the websites that you have these links on. So if you had a link onto another website, that would be a referring domain. Right now you guys have 4. And so you have 37 links on those 4 pages. So, give or take, you've got about, you've got about 8 or so on those. So it's not perfect math, it's a little bit maybe less or more than that, but that's what you've got. So when somebody clicks on one of these links on that page, it's going to redirect them back to your site, tailoredroofs.com. And these also work as kind of like these sites vouch for you. So the more sites pointing back to you, the stronger your site's going to be, and that's going to affect your trust here, which is your UR. So With what you currently have, you've got a UR of 5, which, it might just be because you don't have a ton. These also citations do count as backlinks. So if you had this link to, say, a Facebook page, Instagram, that would give you more of these, more referring domains, and more links back to your site, which would make it stronger. The stronger your site is, the more keywords show up and the more visitors. So right now you do have 5 keywords. That's like what we found in our search: roofing, Savannah, Georgia. And these are what bring the visitors to your site, and the 5 you have right now, unfortunately, are bringing, on average, 0 visitors, according to Eros anyway, to your site right now for people actually coming over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the keywords, but I'm going to come back to those in a second. I want to jump over to JCB to give you a comparison here. You can see this is their header here. This is how you know they've got it. It's got their name as well as a keyword up there. They've got 165 referring domains, sending back 552 links to their site. As you can see, their trust is a lot higher with a 33. It's pretty solid. And they have a power of a 30. So they have a lot more sites pointing back, which essentially just makes them more valued by Google, and they're going to rank them higher accordingly. They really like the more of these you have, the better. But you don't just want to have any, you want to have the best links. Some people get really, they'll get maybe some foreign ones, and then a lot of those turn into spam. So that actually wouldn't help as much. You want to have the stronger ones. They have 526 keywords, and that's bringing them the 201 visitors to their site right now per month. So quickly, let's first look at your keywords. You guys have the 5 right now. First one's your name, Tailored Roofing. 30 people search you by name like that. And you guys are in the 31st position. So we know there's 10 results per page. So 31 is going to put you at the top of page 4. Unfortunately, we've actually found that 80 to 85% of people will not go to page 2 on any Google search. And if you think about it, last time you did a search, did you go to page 2? Chances are you found what you were looking for on page 1. So that's why we're not getting the visitors right now. And you can actually, this actually will tell you how many you're getting. So right now we're obviously less than 1 here. And if you're in the first position, you can expect between like 20 and 35% of the overall volume for that keyword. Obviously, with it being lower, just not a lot. But these are some good keywords right here: roofing Richmond Hill and roof repair Richmond Hill. It's a specific location with a service you offer. Even vinyl siding, Savannah, Georgia is a good one, and Richmond vinyl siding. They're good keywords. You just ranked way too far back. We'd have to get you on that first page to really see some of those results. So let's jump over to JCB and just see what they've got. They got their name here, 250. Do search it, number 1. So for number 1, you can see they're getting 52 of that 252. So they're getting a pretty good chunk of that. For new customers, these are these kind of keywords: roofing Savannah, Georgia, 150. Do search that by name. They're number 1 for that, which gives them about 46 visitors of that 150. And the more of these you kind of have ranked higher, the better. These top 4 are really their best ones. After that, they're still on the first page with some 2s all the way to 7s, but you can see that the percentage on like a 7, where they're getting 8 out of 150, not the same as when they got number 1 and they got 46 out of 150. So it's a much smaller percentage. So the higher you're ranked, the more visitors you'll get. And just reasonably, you can expect, if you were to bring about 100 more visitors to your website, that would probably result in about 20% calls. So let's call it 20 calls. It could be anywhere from 20 up to like 40%, we'll probably say. So it could be up to 40 calls, but let's just say it's 20. If it's 20 calls, that depending on what your ratios are, it could be, 2 to 5 extra deals a month, or jobs a month, I should say, depending on what your guys' kind of conversions are. Now that you guys have the information, though, it's basically 3 things you can do with it, right? I've given you guys a bunch of tips on content, citations, backlinks. So either you're happy with where you're at, you don't have to do anything with it, obviously. Number 2, if you have someone that works on your site or does some of this type of work for you, show them the video. There's some great tips in it. It'll probably help them and may make a few adjustments, help you guys out. Number 3, if you don't have anybody and you're interested in growing your business, obviously I provide all these services. Or if you have someone and you're not really that happy with them, kind of based on where you're at, then let's just set up a quick 5-10 minute phone call and just talk about things, and I can answer some questions for you. Thank you guys for your time. I will just check in with you for some follow-up. But thank you guys again. Have a great day.